Well, this is actually an interesting point because I've never really thought about this before until you mentioned it. So do you feel that if a white actor uses the N-word in a movie when the script calls for it, they did not write that themselves. This is not ad-lib. The script calls for it. For example, John Turturro in Do the Right Thing, where he uses the N-word profusely. Would you say that this is a racist white guy? Because I personally don't think so.
No! You know who wrote that?
Spike Lee
Yes!
told him to say that.
Yes!
That's what I'm saying. But he still said it.
Right, but
he could have said, "Hey, Spike, I'm not comfortable saying that word. So if this is required, go get another actor."
Yes, those are those actors. Those are those actors. But Spike Lee wrote that,
right?
So it's a super pass.
Super pass.
You know, some white actors be nigga. Them slavery movies. They be, nigga. I didn't like that take. One more take. Can I get one more? Nigga. I'm like.
Well, Leonardo DiCaprio in Django.
But.
A white guy wrote that line.
But.
that was Quentin Tarantino, I think.
But. The ends justifies the means. That was the greatest.
Because he gets killed in the movie.
That was the greatest movie ever. Black cinema.
You got an asterisk for everything, pretty much. Like, oh, well, that one doesn't count because of this. Oh, that one doesn't count.
Like I said, it was written by a white man who had said the word before.
Right, in Pulp Fiction.
In every movie.
Which honestly I thought was pretty lame. He didn't have to do that in that movie.
He's got some kind of fucking weird Asperger's or some shit. He's got some weird shit, but he's a genius. He's a genius.
Tarantino is.
Yes,
I agree.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That he's not a John Favreau, but he's a genius.
Shout out to John Favreau.
That's
got a little shameless plug right there.
So but he's a genius.
Elf 2 still on the table somewhere, so let me just put that out there. I might get a role in one of these Iron Man movies coming up. So, let me just go ahead and put that plug.
He's a genius. He's been doing what he's been doing. Django came along and it just all the fits, boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, white people talk like that back then. Number two, you never saw black slave hero. Ever. If a black man beat a white guy in a slave movie, he's going to be in a pot burning at the end of the movie. It's going to be a long, sad song. And there he called Django.
I mean, you saw the way the Nat Turner movie ended.
Yeah. Listen. There ain't no movie alive where a black man hits a white man and then he is alive. There's only a couple instances with Eddie Murphy and Nick 48 Hours.
Yeah.
They were hitting each other. You see who got the last hit.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, they was wearing each other out. And he got in that car.
I mean, Eddie Murphy really kind of changed Hollywood in the sense of you now had black leading men and all the white dudes are kind of bumbling behind him as opposed to the other way around.
He made him look stupid.
Yeah, like 48. There's 48 Hours, but then there's, of course, Beverly Hills Cop, where basically all the white dudes are basically falling down after him while he's like the mastermind, running the whole show.
Yeah. You ain't figured it out? You ain't figured out, cop? You stupid cop? It's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
Yeah, and he did 3 of them.
I mean, you can do one. Best sequels, but yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is like in a movie that, trust me, if you see the first time it's ever been done, you think that Will slap was good. You want to see a good slap? You watch In the Heat of the Night. Sidney Poitier is a black cop with a layover in Mississippi. They accuse him of killing somebody. Then they find out he's a cop. His boss tells him, help them find out who did this. He goes to this white millionaire's southern house. And, back then, black person come to the house, it's like, and he started asking him questions. The white man slapped him. And Sidney was right on him. Was there? Slapped the shit out of him, like, slapped the taste out of him. That's the slap. The best slap ever.
Best slap ever. Okay.
Sidney Poitier is slapping him. If you've never seen that movie, trust me. And that was the first time a black man was able to slap a white man in a movie, and he ain't dead. In the Heat of the Night, the original one.